off. And we will get started. So once again, make yourself comfortable. We will start in the seated position as always. If you don't like the seated position, you can start in child's pose or on your back. I don't keep you here as long on Wednesdays because we will get that 10 minutes of deep relaxation at the end. But I want to give you about 2 minutes here just to check in with yourself, right? Maybe a little stretching, a little head nodding. Just check in. How are you feeling? Back's a little sore today, right? So just listening to how you're feeling, honoring that. Say, listen to the whispers. You're definitely doing a good thing for yourself if your body is whispering for you to slow down, whispering for you to stretch. Take a couple of breaths. Maybe a gentle movement of your jaw. Just release any tension you could possibly be holding there. Light shrug of the shoulders. Just notice your breath for a minute. Give your breath as much attention as you can, just calming the body, slowing down. The chitta vritti, the chatter mind, the monkey mind. Your awareness to be with the breath. And allowing the awareness to come into your hands, the palms of the hands together, lifting thumbs to our heart. Taking a moment here, as I invite you to do in each one of my yin classes, love yourself. Give yourself some compliments. Give yourself forgiveness. Give yourself compassion, loving kindness. Treat yourself like a friend. When you're ready, you can bow your chin down towards your chest. Take a moment to flutter your eyes open, releasing the hands, and gaze up. Welcome everyone that is joining us. We're going to start with pigeon tonight. If you don't like pigeon, you can always do the 4 stretch. So that's always an option. However, if you're okay with pigeon, we will start to bring our left shin in front, working back through our right leg. And then gently lifting up off the left hip. So you can bring like a pillow or a blanket and slide it under the hip if you like. So I'll show you that view from the front. If I were going to use my pillow, right, slide it under the hip, give me a little bit more space. Now I could also have pillows in front of me as I come forward onto my elbows, bringing the floor a little closer to me. Right, so using all of those props, pillows, blankets, to make this pose feel just right to you. And then if you don't, again, enjoy pigeon, you can come into 4 stretch. I'm just going to check these messages. Okay, perfect. Just making sure I wasn't missing anything. A question. Gently roll off of the hip that's tucked under you. You could be resting down on your chest. Again, pillows come in real handy to bring the floor up to you. Or you can be up on your forearms. And remember that just because you can come into this position, if you get here and you're like, oh, it doesn't feel right to me tonight, then try 4 stretch. Seated, on your back. Give yourself permission, especially in this class, to do what feels nice to your body. Keep coming back to the breath. Following it, noticing it. Allowing any thoughts or feelings, allow them to just come and go. Remembering they're not necessarily truth. Remembering that we can choose our thoughts, our feelings, or emotions. We can choose. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. Easy breaths. Slowly lift up. Lift the other leg in a moment. For now, we'll bring our legs around front. Take the leg that was just tucked under you, so the leg that was in front and bent. We'll straighten that leg and we'll bend the opposite one. So coming into one leg extended. And then walk the hands forward. So now we get a nice stretch all the way down the back of the leg that was extended, that was the front of our pigeon. Your knee can be soft. You can even have a pillow under the knee if you need a little more support. You could be sitting on a pillow. You could use a strap on the bottom of the foot. Maybe a little nod, yes or no of the head. You can reach the foot. You can gently pull back on the ball of the foot for a little deeper stretch. Only if that feels good. And then taking the opposite hand, and the reason I'm not giving sides is because I forgot what side I told you to start with. And I think I was not mirroring you, and now I am. So whichever leg is in front, we'll take the opposite hand. Reach for the calf or the bottom of the foot. And then twist the chest open towards the side of the leg that's in front. So we're just getting a little twist through our back. Just a little release, just for a couple of breaths. And then we'll release and we'll bring it up. And we'll come to the pigeon on the other side. So I think when I originally gave you directions, I was not mirroring you. And so your opposite leg comes in front. Bring your shin across the mat. Lifting up off your hip. And then again, we have those options. You can slide a pillow or blanket under your hip. Bring the pillow in front to rise the floor. Onto your forearms. Or force stretch on the other side. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, give the freedom to just let go. Release the tension. Try to let yourself be here and now. Just noticing the sensations in your body. Noticing your breath. We give ourselves a small, easy task, like noticing our breath or counting our breath. It helps the busyness, that chitta-vritti of the mind, helps it slow down, helps it focus. And the body can put its effort on important, yet not necessarily critical things, the rest, the digest, the healing, the cleaning, right? The cleaning up. Our body's really good at cleaning up itself. Building new muscle, new bone, and carrying away what's not needed anymore. It only does that. We slow down and we shift into our parasympathetic nervous system. Slowly rise up. Bring our legs around in front. And the leg that was just tucked in, that one lengthens long. And the other leg bends in. Walk your hands out over your straight leg. Again, feel free, use a strap. Hold the floor, hold the foot. Stretch down the back of the leg. You might even feel it come up through your low back. Relax your face, your neck. Maybe a little yes, no movement. We'll gently lift up through our chest just a little. Opposite hand onto the foot. A little twist. Twisting's always optional, right? Everything's optional in this class. I want you to do what feels good. This one's a little twist, feels really nice. Through the low back. Just for a couple of breaths. Release. And come on up. So we'll come down onto our back for a pose or two before we come into our relaxation. If laying on your back is not your thing tonight, you don't have to. You can take a seated, kind of seated happy baby, or you could take butterfly or straddle. So any of those that feel good to you, or come on down and we can do all of that from our back. So starting maybe just with a knee hug or maybe going right into happy baby. And if you like, you can stay here, knees bent, happy baby, or you can play around with straddling it. So if you're lying on the back, right, you get to take all that pressure off of your back. Pregnancy, it might not feel good to lay flat on the back, so you can always kind of recline into a bunch of pillows. So you're in more of a reclined position. Or you can sit. You could even be in a chair, straddling the chair. But wherever you choose to be, keep coming back to the breath. If you are new to yin, you're probably noticing by now, we hold poses a long time. We don't do a ton of poses. It's a combination of getting some stretch, getting stillness, just letting the body rest, the mind rest. And on our Wednesday night, or Tuesday and Wednesday night, we call it Yin and Unwind Plus, because we'll be taking 10 minutes, just a moment, for some deep relaxation. Let's take a couple more breaths here. We'll slowly start to bring the legs back in if we were in happy baby or straddle. Place the feet on the ground, knees towards the ceiling. And then let the feet lengthen long, the arms reach up overhead. Taking a nice full body stretch. Just a few breaths here, kind of walking hands and feet away from one another. You can really feel the stretch through the iliacus and especially the psoas, the hip flexor that crosses right inside our hip. It's a nice long stretch. Stretching through the shoulders. And then allow yourself to find the most comfortable position for yourself tonight. So that might be lying on the floor, grabbing a blanket or pillow. That might be reclining back in a recliner, maybe sitting, maybe child's pose. And it's totally okay if you choose a position and then you later want to change it. You always can. Take a few breaths. Wiggle around, shift around. And then notice the stillness in your body. Giving yourself permission to rest, conscious rest. It's different than sleep. It's different benefits for our body. Notice the gentle rise and fall with the breath. Staying there with it for a few rounds. Can you feel the sensation of the breath come all the way to the fingers and toes? Not necessarily the physical movement, right? The expansion of the inhale and the exhale, but the sensation, that inhale, bringing life and nutrients and oxygen to every part of your body. With each inhale, your body heals, it becomes stronger, healthier. And with each exhale, release what's not needed. Feel your body, feel it repairing, feel it healing. Feel it becoming stronger. And exhale, let go. Surrender to the moment. Being present. Physical body. And bringing that presence, that awareness into a deeper layer than the physical. Invite it into your being, your soul, your true self, however you kind of view who you are, what you are. What is it that you hope for, dream about, at your deepest being? Feel the stillness. You can move, you're allowed to move. Maybe you're so relaxed and at ease. There's no desire to move. Let yourself rest in knowing that all you have to do is be. We don't always have to do. Sometimes we just need to slow down and be. Maybe even feeling the rhythm of your heart. Might be unsure if you're truly feeling it or if you're imagining it. It doesn't matter. Just invite your awareness to the rhythm of life. Notice the connection of the breath and the heart. Just noticing, not controlling, observing, not judging. I invite you to deepen the breath, taking over the control of the breath, you breathing in and out. As you slowly begin to move out of the conscious rest to just more of a conscious state of awake. Bring a gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. Then I'll leave you here so you can decide how long you want to take in this waking process. So I invite you to take your time, stay as long as you like, and give yourself permission to do so slowly, to not have to rush to the next thing. Om Shanti. Peace.